I'm pretty sure that's not what I'm doing. But dude, when I was high as fuck and had 30 beers that day, yeah, I'm gonna be a little more emotional than normal for sure. I mean, but you saw my bio, right? Yeah, but you saw my bio, right? Like, I would like us to all feel comfortable because at this point, I feel like it's guys against girls. Like, fuck all this other shit. I feel like it's, dude, you just haven't you just haven't been fucked over. Otherwise, you wouldn't be saying what you're saying. If you've been fucked over, you would understand. But not at the level. Not at like the okay, I finally truly am able to open up. Psych. No. Yeah, I'm 27, dude. I had 7 more relationships than you have probably. And I'm not talking about and I'm not talking about the I'm not talking about the nerdy girl in high school that you were just lucky to bang. I'm talking about actual relationships. Chef. Dude, no. The problem is I had an ego from day one, and so I've I feel bad. Like if I wake up in the morning and the girl wasn't hot as fuck, I'm like, wow, I'm a piece of shit. That girl has no chance being in. But then also, I'm not stupid. Dude, he's not gonna believe what I just said at all. But I am 100% honest. Well, there is that. But it's like it doesn't mean I want to waste it on a fucking chunky girl. That's what I'm saying. Like I just feel like if anybody even with like a 4 incher or above just learned how to like actually fuck, it'd be fine. Okay, but why? But why? But why? But why? Why? Oh, you're boring me. You're just boring me. That's really what. If you want me to play with you in MLB, that's great, but you're definitely boring me. You need to either talk faster or say something worth me listening to. I don't know who the fuck Izzy is, but you guys keep saying that. You guys keep saying that every time I join the party, but I literally have no idea what you're talking about. Was it the same night that I said I. Was it the same night I was saying I was crying because I was 30 beers deep and high as fuck? Yeah, not surprising that I didn't even notice she was underage. Sure. You think I'm gonna notice? Absolutely, she did not. Nope. Nope. Dude, I don't remember anything about that night. That's what you don't get. Because I know what fucking stupid shit sounds like, and that's not. Yeah. Do you want to play? Do you want to win a game, or is that not in your arsenal? That would just be a waste of my time. Alright, what you want? That just seems boring. I want everybody to be involved. But if that was even possible, sure. I mean, I do that in golf all the time. I a 6. It was a 4 in high school, but no, not plus 6. Do I sound like a PGA Tour professional? No. Yeah, it's called when you get older, you're going to have to fake it till you make it. You're going to have to tell yourself you're confident even when you're not. No, so I'm sorry you guys have actual air quote confidence right now. Just wait till you get a little bit older and you'll be smart enough to know. You'll be dude, you are not 27. If you are, then you are severely behind. You are severely behind in the maturity department then. Severely. Well, okay, here's the deal. I I look, I had my daughter 16 months ago. 4 months into it and for the past year, I've been doing nothing but that's one whole year, which is 12 months, in case you're wondering. But it's I've been working on myself that a whole year. Like so I've even covered bases as far as which is 12, I'm pretty sure. Unless we're talking about the Mayan calendar, then, it gets all weird. But, dude, I don't even know. I'm pretty sure it's 13. Yeah. What? Since when does a baker's dozen fucking 13? There's no way it's 13. If it's really 13, I'm going to lose my mind. I will. No, I'm not even going to Google it. I'm going to Gemini it. Which is the same thing as ChatGPT. So, all right. What am I looking up? Am I looking up Baker's Dozen or Mayan calendar? Well, I could just do Baker's Dozen question mark. But sure. 13? No fucking way. That's nuts. I have lived my life a lie. All right. Dude, because you know what a bake. Okay, just learn how to do therapy. Learn how to do therapy tools on yourself, and then you let me know. Shit. I'm talking about shit that brings out the shit you don't want to talk about that you act like you don't have sitting inside of you. I can tell by your tone you're not, so no thanks. What do you do for a living? No, I need to know so I know how to explain it to you. No, no, because I could if I explain it to a 12-year-old, a 16-year-old, a 30-year-old, a 40-year-old, they're all going to be different the way I explain it. Well, so there's and really age isn't the only thing either. It's really it's just how it's how much are you able to look at things unbiasedly and then I can explain the thought process involved. But I know people that are my age that can't think about things unbiasedly at all, like your fucking friend here that can't he can't get out he can't get out of his own directive that he thinks about life and anything other than that then they're retarded. Like anyway, if you guys aren't playing, you can send me. No, I didn't, but I don't know what. So, for me, I have a problem with if it's not human interaction, I have a hard time trying to put things into a general rule. There's no general rule for everything. Like it depends on who you are and I'm not going to explain it to a 12-year-old with the same words that I would to somebody who's. Okay, but is that 28-year-old emotionally mature or not? Okay, then I would say it's basically about being able to, even if you're frustrated in that time, like say I do something to piss one of you off, right? So say we're hanging out and I say something to piss you off. The ability to go, okay, not even gonna worry about it, just gonna reset myself and go back to like the ability to deal with like 15 to 20 things per day that are frustrating to most people that don't know what to do about it, and then they end up getting frustrated. Like the ability to sit back and look at it from a perspective that's not based off your emotions that immediately come to the table. Like if you piss me off, obviously I'm going to be pissed right away, but then I've done enough work on myself to go, okay, no. Let's take like 8 steps back and look at this from a like almost like somebody's taking a TikTok of it. Like and you just look and you go, what does this look like to people that aren't pissed off like I am? How do you Okay, well then okay, then ask a question. No, I'm saying ask a question about what I just said that didn't make sense to you. Okay, good point. So I'm glad you reminded me. So exactly what I was just ending, like the thing I ended on, the ability to step back 8 steps. There's a lot of different tools, whether it's grounding, anxiety wise, or whether it's I like to say that's not a bad thing either. But but imagining that a situation is different works for people that haven't quite done the work, at least because I used to do that and it used to work, but now my like I know better than that, so I really have to I have to therapy wise, like I have to force myself. I have to force myself to be grounded. So I have to go, what's 5 things I can see, what's 4 things I can hear, what's 3 things I can touch, like, and then guess what? If you're worried about all that, you ain't worried about what just happened. Right? Like what else are you I haven't found anything that's anxiety better than that. Like I especially like I've been in situations recently after doing therapy for a long time. I've been in like high like a gunman comes into the restaurant we're in, and I'm still just like by the time I do all that we just talked about, it's like I'm calm as fuck, and I'm like, is it weird that I'm calm? Probably, but I wasn't even worried about the guy coming in. I'm worried about if I can do all those things that we just talked about, and then control my own actions from there. Like, okay, then you gotta ask questions, because again, I don't know my audience right now. We don't. There's a reason I get along with people that are 60, 50, 30, 20. Like, it doesn't matter. I can get along with anybody. It just, I have to see you in person and see the way you act, the way you move, the way you do whatever, and then I can appease to your, the way you like to talk about things. Speaking of, I'm ready to hit dingers, so if somebody wants to fucking invite me, that would be awesome. Where are you from? The north? Well, you're lucky that you don't have that type of. I was playing golf on Saturday, and this guy was at the bar that was talking to our group or whatever when we were getting hot dogs, and I was like, dude, I literally wanted to sit there and go, you realize you sound like you're from Boston, right? Like, obviously it's rude to just say that, but everybody was thinking it. I haven't even been there because I don't want to go there. First of all, you fuckers already know I'm from Texas, so the fact that you guessed the farthest place away for me is insane. You already knew I was from Texas. Again, so far off. Where do you live now? Well, no, I mean, if it's in a different state, some cities I know well as far as per capita about how well they manage things and like, oh shit, that's nice. Good job. I'm gonna have to think about that one. I have no idea, probably. Anyway, I'm in North Texas, so you got about a bunch of fucking guesses, I'm sure, from there. I mean, if if it's something criminal where I need to defend people that can't defend themselves, sure, I'll be a criminal. No, but like if I see somebody bullying somebody that's like obviously doesn't have a chance, I'm gonna slit your throat. Like I don't care. I think I'm just thankful that I am a bigger person, so people don't do that to me. So it makes it way easier for me to get involved in people that clearly are not like equipped to handle that situation. Oh, see, I saw that. Jones just got Justin Verlander. I saw that. All right, all right, Smurf. You know what? You and I are gonna play. I will. No, it is live. But I also have no problem talking the way I normally would anyway. It's just again, it's hard to know how to approach things when you don't know who you're talking to. Like I'm not going to talk to a 65-year-old man the same way I yeah, and well, which is what I did. But but you also got to think professionally means I've got to stay away from things that are not politically correct is what professionally means. So I definitely think, yeah. So professional might be not the word you mean. Dude, where the fuck I know I have you as a friend. Um I don't know if whoever just said that has been in a professional environment, but it's not like you'd be like, "Hey fucker, what's up?" That's what I'm saying. There's no professional environment where that's appropriate. But we're okay. I've worked for Boeing. I've worked for Dell. I've worked for HCL. The only job where that was probably appropriate was the construction company I worked for. That I construction. If I'm supporting the construction guys, yeah, for sure. What I was doing, Dude, IT is nothing but service. I don't know what. I do. You mean fucking server or public, like. Oh, oh, so the managing defense contracts has nothing to do with that. It's still, I mean that would exactly fit what you just said. What you just said. Like, sorry, because I'm not working for free. Yeah, sure. And by the way, I'm also an Aquarius, so if you think I'm not ready to do philanthropic shit, you're wrong. Aquarius is like built for doing anything that doesn't involve them, like that doesn't bring them any type of reward or credit. Philanthropic's the perfect word, but like where I could start a charity and do work 12 hours a day for that charity and not earn a single cent as long as I could, like, survive or whatever outside of that. Okay, well then explain it a different way. At least I'm smart enough to explain it a different way because I've explained it three different ways now. So if you're as smart as you act like you are, you'd explain it a different way. Yeah, it, it's too emotional taxing, isn't it? No, it's too emotionally hard for you. No, it's too emotionally taxing for you to do the effort to change the way you say it. You just don't want to put in the effort. Yeah, but yet, yes, I do. But I've already tried to conform the way I'm saying things to you. You just immediately, when I said maybe you try to do it, you were like, "Nah, that's too hard. Not gonna do that." You did because you don't want to do it. You don't want to explain things a different way. Dude, if there's anybody that can, I'm still looking at whatever we're talking about unbiasedly. It's just I don't know how to explain my thought process. At this at this point, all I have heard is you talking about yourself, and at this point, I've lost the point. I don't know what a public servant is, and you obviously are a public servant, otherwise you wouldn't be so fucking bitchy about it. And then, like, I'm sorry you work for the government. I already fucking tried. I worked for the government, but just because I was supporting fucking rocket contracts doesn't mean I wasn't a public servant. And then, by the way, shut the fuck up. Shut up for 5 seconds. I'm working for the city of Plano right now. So if you think that's not public servant, yes. Yes. If you think I'm not a public servant, you're out of your fucking mind. No, you just don't care. That's the only difference. I actually care. Like when you say stuff, I care, which is why I get aggressive when you say stupid shit because I actually care about what you're saying. You half the time. You you acted like I didn't know what a public servant was, dude. So are you a cop? Like in my opinion, a server is also a public servant. Maybe not public wide, but it's still that type of service. But clearly you're a cop. But you're a cop, so it's fine. And you're one of the language says that classifies under a lot of shit that you're not thinking about. Yes. It says the definition of public servant is so many more things than what you're talking about. I'm going pee. Let me go back to my phone. Right, because you're worried about this conversation, which is so unimportant. It's crazy. I don't know. That's the thing. It's gone so far away. I've literally been asking somebody to fucking invite me to a game for the whole time. Because I'm about to just leave the party. Yeah, but then I couldn't find your. Is it under anything different by chance? I don't. Yeah, I'm trying to remember if that's a possibility or not. Yeah, well, no, you can, but I don't think. But you can't do it with your Diamond Dynasty team. That's the only thing. Yeah, at least. Aw, chef. Dude, somebody invite me to a game so I can hit some dingers. I'm like, no. I mean, yes, I can cook, but dude, the chef part, everyone thinks that. It's for Chef Curry. Like, his nickname since day one. And it was also when I was fucking 17, too. So, like, see, that's how I know he's just trying to piss me off. Because it's not even realistic what he just said. It's not even close. It's not even close. Dude, okay. We all know he's better than Magic too, so that's just dumb. Hold on, who's talking right now? I need to look. I need to look at who's talking right now. I need to. No, go ahead. Keep going, pussy. Do you mute yourself or what? Come on, be wit. Dude, you think either one of them are hot? My god. Fucking figure it out. No. 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 In fact, I'm still skeptical on that fucking blonde girl. I'm still skeptical on whether she's hot or not. Paige Beckers, and I'm still considering whether she's hot or not. By the way, again, it also depends. Like, I like blondes, so obviously I'm gonna like her more than Caitlin Clark. I just think Caitlin has a big nose. I no. You asked me who I thought was attractive. You asked me who I thought was attractive, so I answered your question. Yes, you said I think. So, somebody said I think Caitlin Clark is hot, but not as hot as Angel Reese. What do you think? Really? All right. We all know who said it. The guy who invited me to the thing, and then muted his mic right after he said something just now. But what's crazy is I like Bewit more than both of you, but he's being a pussy right now. Cause he says some bullshit, mutes his mic so that we all bitch about it, and then jumps back in at the end of the conversation. And it sounds like ass outside of that. Yeah, I feel you. Well they can suck a dick, but also somebody invite me to a game or I'm done with this fucking conversation. Whatever the fuck conversation we're having. Ooh, that's tough. Um, no. Remember the Titans is probably top three, if not. And then I know nobody's gonna like this at all, but National Treasure is also in that top three. Yeah, I know. I know. I knew that wasn't gonna get a good reaction. And then Interstellar is also part of that top three. No, I'm not. I'm not. I no, I like that stupid people don't know what's going on in Interstellar, and then smart people can fucking figure it out. Well, also there's still equations that haven't been solved to explain that, but he basically no. I can tell you what happens in the movie, but I'm saying in real life those equate. There's still like three equations. They missed the fact that he fell in a black hole, but then he no, but he didn't just fall in a black hole. He fell in the outside part where it's a singularity, which is the only part of the equation they were missing, which is why they were claiming that he was able to see that four-dimensional world. And then because if he actually went in the black hole, he wouldn't have been able to get out. But since he was just in the singularity rim, he would have if that black hole died, for sure he'd be able to just float in space. Second of all, I don't know how the fuck they float all the way to Jupiter 70 years later and somehow pick him up like he's on the side of the highway. What? No. He would have been dead by far. But he just didn't get sucked all the way into the black hole. He was on like the he was on like what dumb people would call the medium part. But now, thankfully, the way they were looking at it, they somehow transmitted their data from that area of the black hole to it it doesn't it doesn't make mathematical or scientific sense that they could somehow get that signal out. But I really don't care. All right, then don't invite me again, pussy. Then don't invite me. What the fuck? Stupid. Oh, Jeff, I don't want you to be in this fucking party. Don't invite me. My God. All I've been waiting to do is play the fucking game anyway. I just wasn't planning on playing it alone, but if I have to, fuck it. Don't care. One of them has their head screwed on straight. The other two, not so much. Alright, I gotta let that not piss me off. Oh, and I also need to put this fucking thing back on. Nice shadow. Come on. Gotta get the grips on. Fuck. I'm gonna have no time left too. Alright. I'll just leave it at that for now. There's no way that shit's working. Is it? That's fine. Dude, ain't no fucking way that that shit's working. Maybe. Good cutter.